what's happening, guys? I hope you're all doing good. So recently I have reversed my time, kind of, and started to restream Reverse 1999. I promised that I was going to do a video looking at some more of the OSTs, as you guys were interested in that. So today we're going to be checking out a few more of the Reverse 1999 OSTs, see how they've been getting on since the game started. And there's one in particular that I've really been wanting to listen to for a long time now, and I just haven't sat and listened to it. So let's delve into these EPs, let's see how they link into the story, and just see how the vibes of the game are going. First song we've got to check out today is The Gleaming. I know this is one that people wanted me to listen to since I actually did the first video, but unfortunately I missed out on this one. So this is going to be the first one we're going to check out today. Let's take a cheeky gander. Let's listen to this cheeky theme. I'm already enjoying the very peaceful vibe. It's making me think of rain, which is very fitting, considering the game features a lot of rain. That's nice. Or is it?
Return to where I was going, forever lost, but I'm not losing. Where could you be?
It's pretty.
Time's got me wasting away. So why'd you say, wait for me till I get back? The past is the past, the future is the future, so nothing ever lasts, and all the skies are black. It's like some kind of curse, so help me see your meaning in this life in reverse. We rise to the gleaming.
Ooh.
We're only dreaming. The rain is rising from the ground and deep below. The air is humming. The storm is coming. The crowd of masses, but it has nowhere to go. Sleep then awake, start again. We all return in the end.
Her voice really reminds me of the lead singer from the band Millie. Absolutely gorgeous voice. It's giving me that kind of vibe and that sort of eerie tone that
Back on each
what they're talking about is quite sad and significant, and it's just so gorgeous to listen to, but the message is very sad. It's very Millie-esque. I'm enjoying that a lot. Millie's one of my faves, so.
Still will, just like a spirit, a ghost. That's how you know that I've arisen back, one era to the next, from one life to another, a love left unexpressed. That's how they keep us trapped inside their universe. So help me find the key to this life in reverse. Now rise to the gleaming. It's only dreaming. The ashes scatter in the sky, so far from home. The clouds are drumming. The thunder's coming. The memories are left without a place to go. And return to the end. Are we all alone once again?
Oh, that was a bloody good song. Oh, I enjoyed that song a lot. I feel like that's definitely a very Verton-based song to do with her travels through time, and the way that she's kind of met people and had to leave people and had people obviously get reversed on her, and that feeling of helplessness and loneliness that it feels, and also just how unfinished things can feel, for sure, and that it can really leave this impact on you, and before she even really has time to process what's kind of happened, the next thing's sort of going on, and she has to keep moving forward. She can't keep living in these memories and this sadness of losing people the whole time, and she can't save everyone. And I think that really felt like it felt like it very much spoke to me about the first couple of chapters of the game, especially because, and I will be talking about spoilers right now, so if you've not played the beginning of this game, I would very much recommend going to play Reverse, but I am going to talk about a character who is in the beginning of the game and her relationship with Vertin, and that's Schneider. And Schneider's definitely a character that you meet that you obviously think is going to be an enemy, and that just completely 360s. And the impact that Schneider has on Vertin is so significant in the beginning of the game. And there are certain things and actions that occur from that point and what happens to Snyder that you can then see in Vertin's actions moving forward. And it's so tragic. It's so sad. But the thing is, you know that Vertin's been through this before, because she talks about this at the beginning of the game, where she's met all these different people, and, you know, where are they? They're all gone. Like, she's lost all of them. And it's so sad. And Vertin, for someone so young, is such a tragic character. And to be losing people to something that she is essentially the only one that maybe has the true key to figuring out what's going on, that amount of, like, helplessness, this song really felt like it reflected that as well. I feel like even the name of the song, The Gleaming, so to gleam is to something to, like, shine or radiate, something that's very, like, polished, like a surface that's very polished. I feel like even the name of the song almost reflects Vertin's role in the game, where she is this hope. She is someone that can survive through the storms. She is someone that is almost an abnormality in the storms and holds this key to them fixing this, but they don't know how. So her role in the game is to try to figure out what's going on. And she plays this role in people's lives where she is this kind of radiating light. I mean, even in her interactions with Schneider, that is very much how Schneider kind of saw Vertin. And yeah, I think this definitely very much reflected Vertin's journey through the beginning of the game. And it's really sad. It's really sad. And she's an MC character where you don't see her in much of the game as much as you kind of would normally see an MC in the game. She's such an important figure that she's almost not even the main character, because she's someone that we don't really know anything about, and we're still trying to figure that out now. So she's such a good character, though. She's a really good character. And I hope that we do find out more soon. We've just got to wait for more of the main story, I guess. But yeah, this was a really good song. And I do feel like it reflected that confusion of the game very, very well. And just what does it all mean? And that Vertin is this kind of hope that we have of finding out, you know? It's, yeah. That was a brilliant song. Like I said, it very much gave me Millie vibes. You has done songs for, like, numerous anime, but the other gacha game is Limbus Company, and that kind of eerie tone, the way of almost, like, speaking the lyrics and the message that they put across, and even just the way that the voice went from, like, very high to very low and vice versa, it really does give me that vibe, and I love that. They did a great job with this song. It's really good. So the next one I'm going to listen to is Jessica's EP Catch You Now. The horror event is actually going to be rerunning very, very soon as when I'm filming this, which I'm very excited for because I do love that event. So I figured this was a good time for me to take a listen to Jessica's EP, as Jessica is such an interesting character in that horror event and definitely someone very complex. So I'm interested to see how the song captures her character from the story. So let's take a listen.
center of mystery. A ghost story sparks, fuels my dreams. When walls closing in,
Oh,
my wish for reality. There's danger within. Heart trapped, I'm free.
oh, that's so sick.
Don't lead me away. There's no safety at the lake. Monsters at bay. Wish I would play so. And I'm gonna catch you now. Terrors in the house.
Oh, the little knife.
A fantasy where I transform and chase until you're out of breath. And I'm gonna catch you now. Be my puppet on the string. Follow you into the night. A story with a nightmare wins. Come on, let me catch you now. Let's play hide and seek. Get lost for the thrill of it. The stories are real. Hear the ghost bride sing. I'll show you the way. There's no safety at the lake. Monsters at bay. Wish I would play so. And I'm gonna catch you now.
Yeah.
Terrors in the house of death. A fantasy where I transform.
This is actually what happens in the story. That's been.
And I'm gonna catch you now. Gonna feel my teeth sinking. Follow you into the night. A story where the nightmare wins. And I'm gonna catch you now. Terrors in the house of death. A fantasy where I transform and chase until you're out of breath. And I'm gonna catch you now.
That's been.
Follow you into the night. A story where the nightmare wins. And I'm gonna catch you now. Gonna feel my teeth sinking. Follow you into the night. A story where the nightmare wins. Come on, let me catch you now. Gonna feel my teeth sinking. Follow you into the night. Gonna let the nightmare win.
Oh, this is even better if you played the event. Ah, this was so good. Wow, that song is beautiful. I adore that song. It's so gorgeous, so well sung. It has that eerie fairy tale aspect to it, which is really interesting because the event was kind of a mixture between like 80s horror meeting sort of this fairy tale aspect of it, which, you know, there was this like big plot twist in it and it was absolutely fantastic. And Jessica was such a key part of that. And obviously, if you've not played the event, this is going to be spoilers. But same again, I want to discuss how this song reflects the story itself. So I would recommend going to play that event if you haven't. I have also played it on my channel if you want to watch the event, like playthrough. But anyways, regardless. So Jessica is obviously a character where she's waiting for Blondie because her and Blondie would like meet up when they were children, and Blondie would tell her these kind of horror stories because she was a big fan of horror movies. So Jessica basically invented this horror scenario and brought Blondie back and basically thought it was a way to like get Blondie to like stay with her so they could like be together again, like they were when they were younger. And obviously it doesn't quite work out that way, but it does have a good ending. It works out in a good way. But obviously this horror scenario, Jessica doesn't actually see it in a negative way. She doesn't see it as a horror. She doesn't see it as people dying and people being scared and the kind of negative aspects of what a horror is. She saw it as something positive and light because that was how her and Blondie bonded. And she learned these stories and she had this naivety to her where she didn't really understand truly what they meant. which was kind of like the beauty of this story, and how it kind of made some of the horrifying actions that occurred, it made them even more shocking, because you were like, when you learned where they came from, you were like, oh, like that's it. It was so interesting. I would really recommend playing the event. But even in this aspect, where this is like her concept of like the final girl, and she turns it all around, and the final girl is the one then chasing the villain down, and it's just, and even in the song, it's sung in such a hauntingly gorgeous tone, and it's so lighthearted, even though, same again, the message in the song is about chasing someone down like into a house of death, and catching them, and catching them in the claws and in their teeth and everything, and like quite horrifying imagery and scary imagery, but it's sung in such a beautiful way, and that reflects Jess's character so incredibly well, because she is a beautiful character, and she's a very sweet soul, and she's not meaning it in a horrifying way. She's not a horror villain, she's not a horror character, but she doesn't see it in a negative way. And I guess in some ways it's a really nice way to honor horror, because a lot of people don't see horror in that way, and they don't reflect it to real life, and they don't reflect it to real events and things that actually happen. They appreciate horror for the artistic art form that it can be, and that's something that when I was younger, I was always just afraid of horror movies, but as an adult, I can now appreciate horror more for the artistic interpretations that you can have, and the creativity, and the amount of effort and time and passion people put into it. And it's something that I never really thought I would appreciate until I got a lot older. And you find yourself with your favorite horror movies, and it's there's something really magical about getting invested in these certain characters and their lives and who they are, and even in the villains sometimes. So yeah, I am now a big fan of horror. But yeah, even growing up, I mean, I liked certain horror games and stuff, but especially horror movies, I was never really a huge fan of horror movies. Horror games I was fine with, but yeah, horror movies not really. But that's why I loved this event, because it was just so good, and it was such a homage to such a great time in the horror genre that it was awesome to get to see interpreted into a gacha game. So yeah, I could talk about this all day. Very passionate about this one, but this song very much celebrated that, and I am very happy I listened to it. Definitely go to my playlist. It's a really good one. I really enjoyed this song. Next up, we are going to be listening to, and I'm not quite sure how to pronounce their name, but I'm going to go with georgieegames, Fortune Walk. I'm sorry if I pronounced the name wrong. I apologize. But let's take a listen to this song. Ooh, they've gone with a very different art style. Okay, this is already adorable. This is so cute. Wait, oh, she can transform? Wait, this is so cool, wait. Oh, it's getting in! Yes! This is so sick. Oh my god. Oh, wow. Okay, that song was so good. So funky. Oh my god, I can listen to that all day. That song was amazing. Oh, I absolutely adored that. Yes, loved it. But this music video, oh my gosh, this was beautiful. This animation style is so creative, and it's so different to the other animation styles that we've seen. Like, they've clearly put a lot of passion and time into this one. Absolutely gorgeous. Oh, unfortunately, I actually missed this event. This is one of the events that I missed. So if they ever do a rerun, I would definitely have to play through this, because this was really, really interesting. And I do really love the character designs for this one. And the song was really good. It didn't really give me too much as to kind of what this was about and how this kind of links into the story, which I find quite fascinating. It seemed definitely more of an upbeat kind of celebratory song and about kind of good fortune and stuff. So I feel like it was maybe to do with that, and maybe that's going to tie into the story somehow. I'm not too sure, but I do love this use of this art style. It's just absolutely just gorgeous, this kind of ink art style. Just the way the characters moved is just so smooth and well done. I just absolutely adore it, and the use of traditional instruments is just gorgeous as well. Just yes, they did a great job with this. This was beautiful. Absolutely, just this one was great to watch. What a pleasure. Okay, so the final one is the version 1.7 special EP Salvation that I'm going to listen to. I am currently playing through this story, have not finished it yet, so I probably cannot give a full analysis of what this song is going to mean. However, I have been thinking about this story since I began playing it, and I'm very excited to play part 2. But yeah, I kind of love Us Old, so I sort of wanted to listen to something and watch a video that had her in, so forgive me, but I am not sorry. Not in the slightest. Ugh. This whole vibe is just, I love it.
The sky is falling, the new dawn is calling us. Outside the riots in darkness, our visitors. This is a
Oh my god. Ooh. Oh. Oh, okay. Oh god, what's gonna happen? First of all, absolutely adored this opera vibe. Oh my god, I feel like this represents Isolde really well. I feel like even the way that they've done the song, it feels like it kind of represents us old, if I'm being honest, from the way that even over time, for example, the kind of music note lines even begin to distort over time. I feel like that represents us old mental state kind of deteriorating over the course of the story. The way that there's use of different voices could also potentially represent us old, and her ability to, like, her like psyche ability, able to like host other souls in her body, and I've forgotten the name of it, but because she's a medium, that's it, she's a medium, so the fact that she can do that, it kind of feels like maybe it represents that over time. I'm not sure, but that's just so fascinating. Oh man, Isolde is such a good character. I really like her already. And then we obviously have like even just the way the lyrics come on screen, and it just shows this kind of, here you go, this kind of breakdown over time. And we have obviously Greta Hoffman in the background as well of both of them. Mark is looking a bit upset. This being broken, I do wonder if that's going to represent a bit further into the story that I've gotten. I think this song, from what I had like another read of the lyrics, because obviously there was quite a lot sort of going on. It does feel like this lack of hope and this desolation. I do feel like this song is very much meant to represent Isolde, I think, but also in some ways could represent Marcus and things that could happen with her further into the story when I finish playing it, fingers crossed. But yeah, like I think that things are going to happen that are going to be very difficult to process. Marcus, this is like her first like proper job as an investigator, and I think this is really, especially with her ability of being able to read people, I feel like this is going to be a very tough case for her as well, and I think she's definitely going to play front and center stage. The fact that Hoffman is in the background does make me think something potentially bad is going to happen to her, as especially with this image alone, it does make me think that maybe she's going to freaking die. I mean, she is only human, so if something does happen, it's, you know, not going to be particularly great. And I want more Enigma, so, you know, I also want more Hoffman, so we'll see what happens. But yeah, really, really interesting. Such a gorgeous song. I love those opera tones. I just think the whole vibe of Vienna and the opera and what they've chosen is just so gorgeous. Oh, I'm so excited to play the next part. Oh my goodness. Oh, I can't wait. I can't wait to play the next part of this story. It's going to be so, so, so good. Anyways, thank you very much for watching this video and the reverse EPs that I chose to listen to today. Let me know how you thought I got on. I probably did the best with Jessica's because I love that story and I've played it a lot, so woo. But I am very much looking forward to delving into the other stories of this game and the other EPs and the future Reverse 1999 content. So if you want to see more of that content, don't forget to like this video and subscribe so I know that you guys like it. And if you've got any other suggestions for EPs that you want me to check out, leave them for me down in the comments below. We also do have a Discord and Twitter and stuff, so if you want to join those, talk about Reverse and all that good stuff, please do. That'd be awesome. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll catch you guys very, very soon. Hope you have an amazing rest of your day. Bye!